with a camera.
The following program comes to you in color.
Well, there you have a fleeting glimpse of an MSC Air Cargo 777 that just came in from Anchorage. And a hearty welcome to you on this Thursday night edition of Runway DFW, a special Thursday. It is February 29th, 2024, a date we will not see for another 4 years. So enjoy while you can. I have some good news and bad news for you all tonight here on the show. The good news is that it has stopped raining. We've had a lot of rain here in the metropolitan area today. Have I introduced? I'm Walt, if you're new to us. This is Runway DFW. We're here at Dallas Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. And it is, as you can see on the screen, 43 degrees. Now, that's quite a bit cooler than it was here when we were with you last on Tuesday Eve. But that's just the way it goes here in North Texas in the wintertime. So anyway, the good news is it stopped raining. The bad news has to do with the aircraft coming in, because we have what you call your north flow coming in today. Now, it was not like this earlier today. And so this is not very good for us in the evening hours, I must say. We're not going to get a very good look at the planes as they come in. We can see them go up in the sky as they go out, but so I don't know if we're going to be here the whole shebang tonight, because we're just not going to be able to give you a very good look at the aircraft as they come in. What you see there is American Flight 1062 arriving from Austin. It's an Airbus A319. So yes, the planes are landing about a mile or so away from our position here at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, DFW Founders Plaza. However, we hope to make that up. I think we'll just do some extended observations, if you don't mind, of our friendly cargo planes over here at the UPS facility. There you see a 747, which is being loaded up for its next assignment. Typically this plane goes back to Louisville, to the World Port, so we'll keep an eye on that during the evening. Here come some big aluminum boxes. So we'll take this opportunity to say hello to you guys. Captain General, a channel member, says 90 degrees on Monday, now 43 degrees. Yes. AP says tomorrow will be near 70. So that's good, right? Duck Aviation channel member says the duck checking in. How's it going, Waltz? And I'm a little cool. I'm not as cold as I thought I was going to be, so that's good. And Oakland Sir says 38 degrees in Portland, and we're talking Fahrenheit here for our international viewers. Raining, which might get a wintry mix tonight. Brr. And Josh Aldrich says, womp womp, north flow. Well, those are the breaks. The wind is very gentle tonight. I was thinking that they would just maintain the south flow. The wind's coming out of the east. It looks like the east, northeast, but it's only about 4 or 5 miles an hour, so whatevs. Sarge, thank you for that compliment. Sarge channel member says, hands down, the coolest intro in plane spotting. Thank you. CHK channel member says, good evening, Walt, from Texarkana, Texas. It's a cold 44 degrees Fahrenheit, raining evening there. And Josh Aldrich, a Quadjet channel member and a mod, says, at least it's rain in DFW. We had snow and sleet here in Oklahoma City. Grrr. O'Malley's here. I didn't expect to see you here tonight, O'Malley. He's a channel member and a moderator. So thank you for being here. Heath Shelton checking in. Runway DFW, the leap year edition, indeed. I wish we had more to show you tonight. So we'll see how it goes. Robert Bruin says hello. O'Malley says hello, Walt, and hello to you. O'Malley, you're all over the place on the streams, and we're glad you take some time to spend with us. So let's see what it looks like to observe a plane taking off. I think we've got, well, no, there's nothing taking off right now. We've got American Flight 884 to Las Vegas, an Airbus A321, which is about to make the U-turn down there on runway 36 right. Let's see if we have any planes over here. We'll dial down the gain here. So there you see a Qatar jetliner over in the what will be the future Terminal F area, and there's also a Sun Country plane there for some reason, cooling its jets. Well, let's see what we see coming in here. We can see. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. There we go. You can see planes in the air. Well, there's a Martinair coming in from Abilene, a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. It arrived 5 minutes ago, it says here. It's headed back to disgorge its cargo. There is one of 3 MD-11s, and I think we'll see at least 2 of them go out this evening. And even though it's not in the picture anymore, we will give a little salute to that cargo, that tiny cargo plane that we just saw, which states
1994.
Wait a minute, I couldn't hear you.
1994.
1994, okay. That does not apply to the MD-11 there, although it could be pretty close in age to that, I would guess. There we are. Trying to bring you aviation action. There is a landing of Iberia flight. I'll give you the flight number in a minute. It's coming in from Madrid. It's an Airbus A330. A330. That plane landing after a 10-hour and 56-minute flight from España. And you know what I saw earlier this evening, was it when I was leaving or? Oh, here goes a plane taking off. The Finnair flight to Helsinki, I believe it turned around and came back. That was the flight to Las Vegas we had talked about earlier, Flight 884, and Airbus A321. The incoming flight here you see is American Flight 1711 from Des Moines, Iowa to 737-800. Well, that little guy's not wasting any time. That Martinair flight. Don't know where it came from. Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. And we will give it a salute here.
1988.
Since I can't reach over to my buttons while I'm shooting all this. And if you're new to the channel, we do that to kind of recognize our 20th century planes. Let's see, we've got American Flight 2597 rolling now on its way to beautiful downtown Burbank. Josh says that Martin Air flight was moving with high exuberance. That is certainly a very flowery way to put it. It would be kind of cool if a police officer pulled you over and said, yes, I observed you moving with high exuberance. Here's a ticket. Hey, we've got a, it's far off, but we've got American Flight 9799 coming in from Philadelphia. And I don't remember there being a Dreamliner coming in from Philadelphia. Well, it's got a very high flight number, so maybe there's something special about it. Flight 9799, 787-800, or -8, sorry, coming in from the city of brotherly love. On the leap year edition of Runway DFW. If this is a repositioning flight of some sort, it might not go over to the terminal area. It might just come into the hangars to the right of us. So we'll see what happens. Over here at UPS, just adjacent to us, it lit up and it went away. There was an A300 cargo plane just popped on the screen and then popped off. So looky here, it is making to its pilot's view a turn to the left. It's making a turn to the right for us, and yes, indeed, it's going right to the hangar. There was an interesting story about the Delta Team USA livery plane that was here. We saw parked on Tuesday night. Apparently a retiring Delta pilot chartered that plane to take a group of friends and loved ones to Hawaii. And, it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. And I guess he was being a good guy. This is that A300 we saw. This is going to Chicago Rockford International Airport. It's an A300. Flight number 755. A little smoky, isn't it? It's a 21-year-old aeroplane. We have our first super chat of the evening, and that's coming in from Lonnie Johansson, who's a channel member. Good evening from Northeast Kansas, says Lonnie. Lonnie, we greet you and thank you very much for that super chat. The first super chat we've ever received on a leap year day. Our first ever leap year broadcast. Carlos Matos with a recollection. I remember seeing the Qantas A380 do a rejected takeoff twice. That would have been something to see. You know, I do the British Airways A380 departed here as I was setting up, but I hadn't yet been able to set up any of my gear yet, and I'm seeing if I can. I didn't have time to get it. See if I can download this. Can I download this? Import. Emery Urtis, channel member, set with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Emery. Do you know what just landed in the background? Well, looks like we had a Delta flight coming in from Salt Lake City. Did I miss something else? Irish Dublin, a channel member, sending us some green hearts along with a good evening. I'm so used to seeing these planes go right across here, and now we see them go off into the distance because they're going to the south side. I should explain what happens when we have this north flow situation going on. So let me do that. Here is where we are, where the blue dot is, where our blue Runway DFW logo is. Normally we're overlooking runways 18 right and 18 left, but they are tonight designated as 36 left and 36 right, because the planes are all coming from the south and taking off to the north. So that's our situation. You can see where the planes are touching down, way down there. It's pretty far away from where we are. So I regret that we don't have the best view for you this evening. But who knows? Maybe maybe I'll switch things around again. We can only hope. It's another super chat from Ronnie Johansson. Thank you, Ronnie. 757 Chip, a channel member, a Quadjet channel member, says, hello, Walt. Was thinking of joining you tonight on my way home from Greenville, but the weather and traffic convinced me otherwise. So, well, it was good to see you the other day, Chip, and look forward to your next visit here at the plaza. A couple more super chats from Hugh. $5 super chat. Hi, Walt. I was at Founders Plaza many hours ago. Drove 9 hours from Oklahoma City. Would have stayed longer if it wasn't so cold. Well, sorry I missed you, but hope you can appreciate this virtually. We have a super chat from Deborah Johnson. $5. Excellent views on the UPS Queen, says she. So, since you said something about that, oh, I just zoomed in over there. Heath Shelton, we want to thank Heath, who is a wonderful channel member, and he's just gifted 5 TriJet memberships to viewers. We now have, at last count, almost 300 members. I mean, that to me is just... I'm flabbergasted by that. So you'll see the names of our new members there. Hey, what better time? Well, first of all, another super chat from Emre Yurchus, a channel member, a $2 super chat. Runway Delta Foxtrot Whiskey is an awesome channel. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you so much. Especially since I feel a little crippled tonight based upon our runway configuration. I wouldn't have planned this if I had thought that we were going to have North Flow tonight, because North Flow doesn't really float my boat here, to use a mixed metaphor. But you know, we'll just a chance for us all to get together, I guess. Hang out, share some stories. We're looking now for United aircraft 737-800 going to San Francisco. Flight number 2005. It's running more than an hour late. Where is it? Oh, there it is. They're kind of in the lower center of your screen. We will salute it while we can. This is a 20th century plane.
1999.
And we will watch for it to take off. Stephanie says, good evening all. Winter's back. Tomorrow will be spring and Saturday will be summer again. Well, that's at least the way it is typically here in North Texas. Chad Hart joins us with a $5 super chat. Walt, that big building with the green lights, how far is that building from where the Dallas Cowboys play football? Well, we are looking in the general direction here to the south of AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play football. That's in Arlington, Texas. That's probably maybe 8 or 9, 10 miles away. The building that's generally outlined in green, although they can adjust the lighting to different shade, different hues, is the Bank of America Tower in downtown Dallas. And that's probably 12 or 15 miles from here, maybe. We'll get another look at that as the evening goes on. This is the United flight to San Francisco. Well, at least we have kind of a sky that has some texture to it this evening. More cargo going into the Big Bird. Deborah Johnson says, wow, my grandkids work at UPS, so I get pretty good views, but not this close. Donnie White, channel member, says, hello, Walt, I bet you're not sipping any iced coffee tonight. Well, actually, I do have an iced coffee in the car that I had as I was getting ready to come over here. What I do is stop at a Starbucks on the way to the airport. Well, there's that A300 we saw. And that again was on its way to Rockford, or Chicago Rockford International Airport in Illinois. So there's that building on the right there. That's the tallest building in Dallas, the Bank of America Tower. Originally, when it was built, it was outlined in argon green lights. Subsequently, they re-bulbed it to use, I guess, LED lighting, and now they can change it to any color they want. MRI says, Walt, it's raining at my location. Hope you're dry. So far, so good. I've got some tarps if that becomes necessary. Nicholas Orozco says, why doesn't he post my comment? Well, Nicholas, I have not. I must have skipped over it. I can't see every comment, unfortunately, so I apologize for that. I'll try to go back and look for it. JT Bearliner 320 says, really enjoying the stream. Love watching the loading of cargo. So Nicholas Orozco wanted to know any banana birds, and of course he's referring to Spirit Airlines. I haven't seen any tonight. We normally see some before we go off the air. Oh yes, there. Jolt Jack makes a notation that there's a classic American Airlines plane there. That's the previous American Airlines livery right there in the center of the screen. Let me see if I can digitally enhance that. There it is. That's my favorite American Airlines livery, of course, They switched away from that. I think it's about 10 years now. So regrettably, I don't know if we'll see that or not. That's over, parked at the Terminal A on the other side of the aeroport. I think that's Terminal A. Is it? I believe it is. I mean, I can't tell if it's on this side or the other side. It looks like it's on the other side, but I'm pretty sure it's on the other side. Well, hello, everyone. This is our little outpost. We've got 3 cameras tonight, plus our feed coming in from Flight Radar 24. You can see the planes coming in on the east and the west side from the south. Kevin Kelly, channel member, says, Walt, good evening. How are you tonight? Well, as you can see on the screen, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a bit chilly, but I've certainly been colder out here. And one of the factors is that there's not a lot of wind tonight. It's very moderate wind. Flags are just kind of flapping just a bit. Not too bad. So I saw a message from James Tokini, channel members. Here's a story, Walt. When I was in the Navy on an aircraft carrier, the very first time I went up on the flight deck, I nearly got knocked overboard by the jet blast of an F-14 turning around. And he finishes that with an LOL. It probably wasn't very LOL when that happened, I wouldn't think. Jacob Sharp says, anyone heard that Southwest might be expanding to Dallas-Fort Worth International? And yes, we've heard talk of that. That was published in the newspaper. Another one of these little Martin airplanes. I believe this came in from Wichita Falls, which is a little short of an hour-long flight. Cessna 208B Super Duper Cargo Master.
1988.
And of course, that salute applies to the Super Cargo Master we just saw. Another puddle jumper headed in here, another Martin Air. That has fallen off the radar, so I cannot give you the deets on that one. Master of None says, let's catch some takeoffs. Well, we can. There aren't any. Well, we've got an American flight going out to Reno. Flight 2922. Is that it? No, it's on the east side. There it is. We did have somebody commenting in our last broadcast. They added a comment to the comment section, and they were critical of the fact that we show a lot of UPS planes at night instead of focusing on passenger planes. I guess, it's a fair comment. But we are a lot closer to the UPS aircraft, so we get a lot better look at those at night, and especially on a night when we have north flow here. But here's American Flight 2430. It's off to the city adjacent to the bay, San Francisco. It is a 737-800. Adam Martz is watching from Las Colinas, which is a suburban area just to the east of here. It's part of Irving, Texas. Oh, there it is. I was looking for you, flight to Austin. Flight number 576 to Austin, 737-800. They finished up with the loading here. Well, the door's still open. The scissor lift is going down. Donnie White says, "Hey Walt, does UPS ever fly to Key West? You could call that the Jimmy Buffett special." Did we look at that message from Kevin before? Well, Kevin, I'm doing okay. Thank you. Anthony Guinan, channel member, says, could Southwest be looking at DFW for international flights? I don't think they have any at Love Field. And, well, the reason is because currently, under the current restrictions at Love Field, they cannot fly internationally from Love Field. So yes, that would be a benefit of... Oh, the door's closed. That would be a benefit of that. They are lowering the tail stand there on the right. Sarge says, who cares what planes we see or which way they're going? Walt's on the air and the gang's all here. Good times. Well, that's nice to know. Donnie White says, North Flow doesn't bother me a bit. I love hearing the roar from the jets. So I guess the verdict is in. Godwins is watching from Santa Monica, California. Pleased to have you with us. Kelly Clark. I am in Houston, says Kelly. I worked in Las Colinas about a year ago. be an E-Jet, number 175, American Eagle Flight 3541, going to Midland, Texas. Pink Fong Kids Song and Christmas Song for Kids is our newest subscriber. Thank you for that. I see Waz Radio in the house. Checking in from Sydney, Australia. He sent me a very kind note earlier this week. It was a note with a recording. And he does a radio show in Sydney. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the channel. So you may fill us in there, Waz Radio. But he sent me one clip where he was shouting out plane spotters or plane spotting channels, and I was among the ones he honored with a mention. And then he sent another clip. He was saluting the ladies of plane spotting. A lot of them being viewers, and some of them having having channels. So thank you for the kind shout out, Waz Radio. Flight 2465 from Santa Ana, California is what you see that has just landed, a 737-800.
American 2024 is on the ILS. 361, clear to land, American 2024. Bunch of good in there, 2937.
Well, if we stick around long enough tonight, we should see the American flight to Auckland, New Zealand. That goes out about 11 o'clock. Root Beer King 28 says, hope you're doing fine on the last day of February 2024. The 28th was my birthday, so thanks for the treat. Runway DFW. Well, Bert, did somebody say birthday? Well, if you have a birthday on this day, it's quite rare, and you're probably very young. So, once again, happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating a birthday this month, or, well, you know, we're on the cusp of March, so anybody's got a birthday in the vicinity. Yeah, if you have a birthday today, now that would be quite unusual. Do let us know if you choose to. We should do this right now, shouldn't we? Can we do this right now? Yes. You're watching the leap year edition of Runway DFW After Dark. My name is Walt. We are here with you throughout the evening from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas on this Thursday, February 29th, 2024. The only time I'll be able to say that until 4 years from now. Well, I guess I could say it, but Zachary H. Wait, let me do this here. Hang on a second. Fix this. Zachary H9466, a channel member, says, today is my birthday. I turned 7 years old. So we know what that means. 4 times 7. You're 28. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, look here. The 747 has its marker lights flashing. This is Flight 751. It will be going to Louisville. The 7478 is just 2 years old. It'll be 3 in April. I do believe it's moving. Thank you for that, Luke. We may not be way ahead of you, but at least we're on the same wavelength. Adam Mart says happy birthday to the 747. Sydney Navas says hello, everyone. Hello to you, Sydney. Carol Chuger says hi from Virginia. What is that? The volunteer state. Am I right about that? Maybe my state's wrong. God Wins has a lucky birthday on May the 4th be with you. We need some cars more cars over here to turn on their headlights so we can get a little better view of that big jet. So we'll reiterate that this aircraft is destined for the UPS Worldport in Louisville. Wawa Extraordinaire says Tennessee is the volunteer state. And I should have known that. I knew I was wrong. Skip says, hello from Ohio. Watching with my wife and really enjoying your commentary. Keep up the great work. Thank you. You know, my commentary is really pretty much based on the things that you guys say and ask about, so I give all credit to our viewers. Nick Weiland is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Nick. Tom Marchant says, good evening, all. Rhino Cow says, absolutely love the gander of that 7478. The 747 is one of the most wonderful aircraft ever conceived. I am on board with you on that one, Rhino Cows.
Clear cross 36 right and through the bridge on
Josh Aldrich correcting me, Virginia is for lovers. That is correct. We say hello to Beto Basilio from Arkansas. Thanks to you for being here. Adam wants to know, how long have I lived in Dallas? I've been here in the Dallas area. I have lived in Dallas. I don't live in Dallas proper anymore, but in the metropolitan area, in the outer metropolitan area now. But I've been here since 1981. 1981, yes. I've worked in TV all my days since I started in TV in 1975. And yes, we did have color TV in 1975. Now we're kind of on pause here. Don, Pittsburgh Don 77, a channel member, says, I'm in the Keystone State. And I know what that one is. That's Pennsylvania. Got several planes lining up to take off on 36 right. I think I'll just wait until we see one that's larger than an E-jet before I swing around to get that. Eddie Arnold says, greetings from the hometown of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Loving the great nighttime action. Thanks for all the great work that you do. Thank you. Ayan Budwani says, hey, great setup watching you from your behind. Okay, well, there's my behind, and there I am. The 747 is on the move. It's moving out of our shot.
Contact departure on 3323. Good day.
Thomas Butler says, hello from Harlingen, Texas. Love watching the UPS planes. 28-year veteran driver. It's my understanding that you're going to get air conditioning one of these days in those UPS trucks. I certainly hope that is the case. So where's this plane going? Is it going to go over to the east side of the airport, perhaps, for takeoff? It's going to be a long trip, if it is. Be very cool if they decided to switch over to South Flow, but I still see a lot of planes lined up for the to take off to the north, so I don't think we're going to be that lucky tonight. But at least we get a nice lingering look at Queen of the Skies. Alonzo Fasha says, only my second time watching and love it. You have the voice to be on TV or radio, my guy. Well, I have been on TV and radio in the past. I've been behind the camera for most of my career. I did have it was a pretty good long stint of more than 10 years, I think, of hosting a computer news segment. I think it was about 13 years. So every week I'd come on the midday news on WFAA here in Dallas, and I would do a little shtick about computers and technology, and that was a lot of fun. But that ended, I think, more than 10 years, well, probably 15 years ago, and that was the last time I've ever really been on the air. Rhino Cow says, as a former broadcaster and aviation enthusiast, I would love to come out and do the stream with you one day. Just that pesky 200-mile gap in distance stopping me. Well, if you ever make it down here, let me know. I've been trying to get a hookup with my son. I know, nepotism. But he is a journalist in Korea, in South Korea. He works for a publication called what is it called? Hang on a second. NK News. And his publication, it's an online publication, and it focuses on news of North Korea. And so he does a lot of interesting stories, and he's done some stories about aviation in North Korea. So I'm hoping to get him on one of these days during a live broadcast. I guess otherwise I could do it recorded, but it'd be fun to get him on live from Seoul and to talk about what he has experienced and seen. He doesn't work in North Korea. He writes about North Korea. But he does all sorts of satellite imagery analysis. So he'll look at satellite images from one day to the next week of various places in North Korea, and then he can suss out what's happening there, because of course there's no real way to find out. There's nobody on the ground there who's supplying information to us. So I see Qantas Flight 8 to Sydney, it's a 7879, headed to the takeoff spot down there on runway 36 left. 36 right, I'm sorry. And I'm guessing that this plane is waiting to get clearance to cross 36 right in order to make its way over to the east side of the airport.
Good day, 2958. With Foxtrot, cross 36 right, 185, DFW.
There it goes. Cosmo Cat in person says, what besides the love of airplanes inspired you to start this channel? Well, I've talked about this before. I think the first time I saw, I'm just kind of cruising around YouTube in my spare time, and so I see Big Jet TV with Jerry from London. I thought, this is so interesting. Live coverage of airplanes taking off and landing, and you know, it's kind of inexplicable to some people what the attraction is, but I was immediately hooked. And then I found Kevin at Airline Videos Live, and I really related to him because he had a similar, he had a TV background as did I. And then I looked on YouTube and I thought, well, who's doing this from DFW Airport? And who's doing live streams? And I didn't find anybody. There may have been some, but I didn't see anybody. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So I got myself a tripod and literally a $230 camcorder. And I started my first streams. There you see in the background a plane which I think was landing at Love Field in Dallas. So anyway, that was the end of 2021 when I started up the channel. And it's kind of slow going at first, but it's just very satisfying. It's a nice way for me to try to be a little more creative than I get to be in my regular job, which is essentially repurposing TV news scripts and videos for the interwebs. And I've done that since the dawn of the internet. I think 1995 was when I started up the website of my TV station. Boy, to think that's coming up on 30 years. So there's the big 747 passing by the Terminal D on its way to the takeoff position. Qantas Flight 8 is in the queue. It's looks like it's number 3 for takeoff. And in the meantime, there's another A300. It's going to Ontario Airport in California. UPS Flight 761. Don Pittsburgh, Don 77 wants to know, which is reverse ops, north or south? Well, we get both here, but as most airports do, the prevailing operation, the prevailing wind would be south flow. But in the winter time, it's probably half and half, north-south here. In the summertime, it's more predominantly south flow. Claire says hello from Kansas, from north of Kansas City. Hello, Claire. Qantas Flight 8 now number 2 to take off. And we will follow that up into the sky. we look real closely at this next picture, you should see the big tail there. The flying kangaroo. It is now about to make the turn on runway 36 right. And I wish we could get in closer than that, but that's about as far as we can do. Cesar Vargas Macias, or Macias, is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Cesar. So we will be seeing this big bird take off, and then a couple planes later we'll get to look at, looks like the UPS 747 will also be lining up to take off here on the west side, unless it makes a turn right about now. Here on Runway DFW, we've been on the air for about a little more than an hour. What do we have here? Oh. I did not see this on the radar. It BA Cargo Lux, as you can see. It did not appear on my radar. That's very unusual. Well, Qantas Flight 8 is now rolling, so we'll be seeing that in the background here in a minute. Where did you come from, Cargo Lux? Spirit of Australia, now airborne, with a very long flight to Sydney. Safe travels as you traverse the Pacific. Okay, now I see this on my radar. It came in from Anchorage. That is a 747-8. An 8-year-old Queen of the Skies. You saw passing through the shot there Ameriflight Flight 1791, the Beech C-99. I wasn't able to give it a salute, but that little plane that just crossed in front of the 747 was 41 years old. There it is. Kind of scooting about there. The UPS Queen of the Skies is second in line for takeoff, so we got some 747s for you. Brian Svensson says, has Wellington Flights Live Kevin been here today? And I haven't seen him in the chat. I don't even know what time it is in his neck of the woods. Where's me clock? Well, in Sydney, it's 2:37 in the afternoon, so I guess it's kind of around that time where Wellington Flights Live Kevin is. What do we have down there? Oh, that's the UPS 747. So we got two Queens in that shot, kind of just barely.
Echo 2, Echo.
Is it, or is that an A300? It must be an A300. The 747 is over here. Yes. It is on its way to Louisville. We are lousy with 747s tonight. And Luke, the random spotter, channel member and moderator, says, wow, she's loaded down and used all that runway. Sure did. That was fun to see. All right, so now way down yonder, we've got that A300 poised for takeoff. Greg Russell says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, Craig. Craig, as you can see by that yellow mark next to his name, is a channel member. Don says, well, folks, got to go to bed. 6 a.m. comes fast. May you all have a good night. A great night. Thank you, Don. We're happy to have you with us again. Speaking of channel members, let me pop this in before I go on too far here tonight. This is our list of every channel member. We've almost got 300 now. And the list is topped by our good friend James Webb. There he is. James has been a tremendous friend of the channel. Thank you so much, James, for everything you've done to help us grow. Much appreciated. And we've got next in line to look at, we're going to give thanks to our Quad Jet members, our highest level of membership on the channel. And this list was compiled at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so if you're a new member, you won't see your name on this list tonight, but watch on our next broadcast. At any rate, 757 Chip, A-List Flyer, Chris Beaker and Honeydew Beve, Christian Kellner, Cubs win, Dan Griffiths, Deborah Klein, Dimitri H., Dwayne C., James Webb, where have I heard that name before? Josh Aldrich, Kai, Kansas Avgeek, Lori M., Michelle R.S., Pete Nordine, R. Bauer 25, Raina Taylor, Skittles, and Will Hutchison are Quad Jet channel members. Thanks to all of you. And thanks as well to our Tri-Jet and Twin Jet members whose names you'll be seeing for the next, 15 minutes or so at the bottom of your screen. There you see an MD-11 getting loaded up over there. We'd like to tip our cap to Mike Kaz, celebrating 2 months of membership. Hello from Buffalo. Love DFW. Thank you, Mike. And Mike sends along a $5 super sticker. Thank you, Mike. I have to figure out a way to get those animated super stickers on our stream as opposed to the text description. But thank you for that. It's an Airbus A321, if I'm not mistaken. Winging its way to Phoenix. It was a 321 Neo, to be more specific. Flight 1768. We'll be seeing this plane coming in shortly. It's a Saab 340B coming in from Hayward. I believe that's in California. It's a 4-hour and 33-minute flight for this one. And we'll see this plane a little closer in a moment or two, but while I can punch the button here.
1993.
It's kind of way back there, but again, it's coming towards us, so we should get a better look at this Saab aircraft. Operating on behalf of Ameriflight. A twin-engine prop. CosmoCat in person with this memory can remember watching from the tower at Six Flags as the Concorde landed at DFW. Nostalgic emoji. Wow, that would have been a cool sight. The Wonder Walls are our newest subscriber. Thank you, the Wonderwalls. The plane landing there is
3761.
American Eagle 3856 from Corpus Christi in Embraer 175. Not much to see, but that's always nice to see. Again, this is one of 3 MDs that are parked over adjacent to us, and I think if I looked at the schedule, we should see 2 of them going out. Brian Svensson, channel member, says, back to work for me, plane spotting friends. Catch you again soon. And hi to Kevin at Wellington Flights Live if he shows up for me. We'll be sure to say hello to him. I did have some rather extensive communication with Kevin at Wellington Flights Live earlier this week by email. Such a great guy. And he was telling me some stuff, and I was commenting to him about his very nice presentation. I was especially curious about his data presentation, and he's on his screen, which shows the temperature and the wind speed and incoming flights, and he's programmed that all. He's an IT guy, and he's been able to program that all himself. So I was patting him on the back for that. But I hope I get to meet him at one point in the future. Luke says there's always one tri-jet left at the end of the night. Never fails. I don't know, maybe it's there for like a backup in case something else goes wrong. Well, Allie says, hey, what do you say? Beve is here today. Well, hello, Beve. Always a treat to have you here. Let's see if we can pick up on the departure of American Flight 1798. It's going to San Diego. It'll be an Airbus A321. Araceli Cedillo says, hi, watching here in Metro Manila. I do believe that would be the Philippines. So, Araceli, happy to have you with us. I'm guessing it's already March where you are, yes? That is a look at the skyline of downtown Dallas there in the background with the East Tower. Just a reminder, you're watching Runway DFW here on YouTube. It's Runway DFW After Dark. I'm looking around to see what I'm going to show you next here. Oh, I know what I'm going to show you next. The smoky firing up of one of the UPS tri-jets. The one that's farthest away from us. This one has not yet lit up our radar screen. Rhonda Payne says, good evening, everyone. Hello, Rhonda. Smoky start tri-jet action, says Luke. Christy Dennis says, guys, have a great night, everyone. I'm calling it a night. We can't tempt you to stay up later with us, Christy. Well, I understand, but thanks for spending a part of your day with us. Alonzo says, love the TV jingle and channel identification. Thank you. I'm kind of a repressed disc jockey, I guess. We have a note from Caroline Langham, who's celebrating 8 months of membership. Hi, Walter. Moving from Arkansas to England 4 months from today. And I'm sure we'll miss watching these night streams live. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of the night there in the UK and in Europe. But, well, I hope you will watch us maybe not live sometimes, and or if you ever get insomnia, perhaps you'll check us out again in the middle of the night. But that sounds exciting. Some double tri-jet action for you there. This one still has not yet made a appearance on the radar. So this aircraft begins its long ground-based journey to, well, either runway 36 right or to, I don't know what they got going over there on the east side. 35 center, I believe, would be the current takeoff runway over on the east side.
How would you like to put the next 40401?
I'll have to try to catch that. That was a Swearingen Metroliner. Skittles, a Quadjet channel member and friend of the channel, says hello everyone. Hello Skittles. Chad Hart says I'm really going to miss those MD-11. And yeah, if you wonder why we kind of linger on these planes, it's because we're just not going to be seeing them in the not too distant future. And so it's kind of almost our attempt to document this aircraft in action before it departs from our view. Treeman 1234, new to the channel, we welcome you to this channel. Beth F. Hi Walt, just got done watching LA Flights live stream, now here for nighttime airport action at DFW. So we welcome you from, wait, did I just see an airplane take off to they've switched around, we're now in South Flow. All right, so this plane's going to take off to the south. Well, whoop-de-doo. Did we ever give you the details on this plane? Well, this plane does not get a musical salute because this is about the newest MD-11 we get to see. This is dates back to January of 2001. So it's a 21st century plane. Reverse ops. They switched back to South Flow. Yay! Absolutely fabulous. And wow, they switched quick. Yeah, Rhonda, they were in South Flow earlier this afternoon. I don't know exactly when they switched, but I think when I left home, which was about 4:45, I think they were still in South Flow. And then between that time, the time I got here, just before 7:30 p.m., they switched to North Flow, and here we are back in South Flow. Hurrah.
Take it 4050.
Well, so we don't get to see the underbellies of the aircraft as they lift off into the sky, but The airport giveth and the airport taketh away.
On a V4, 18 left website, convoy 436.
So anyway, to explain what just happened, we've been operating in north flow since we got here. Planes have been taking off here on the west side from runway 36 right, landing on 36 left. But now, aha, we're in south flow, so the planes are taking off from 18 left and landing on 18 right. A lot closer to our point of view here. Well, it's just after 10 o'clock. Let's let our affiliates identify themselves. You're watching Runway DFW After Dark. It's the leap year edition of Runway DFW After Dark. That picture depicting a Delta aircraft landing in South Flow. So maybe we'll see one of them before the night is out. Thank you for joining us. My name is Walt. We are here with you on this leap year day, Thursday, February 29th, 2024. And I'm very happy to be with you. We should be here, I'm guessing, for about another hour or so. We are at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I should say this. We are at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, USA. We come to you specifically from DFW Founders Plaza, which is where I'm standing here with my cameras and my gear. We have, it was raining earlier today. It has stopped, so that is good. And look at what we have here. It's a super chat from Skittles, a $35 super chat. Walt, you do a masterful job doing just that, documenting the life of these incredible machines. Nothing can beat it, especially when you capture them at night. Thank you, great stuff. And you wrote so much that we couldn't fit it all in our box there, Skittles, but thank you for that very kind message and also for your very super chat. Appreciate that. And speaking of documenting these machines, what we got there? Well, it's another UPS MD-11. O'Malley says Skittles for president. Hear, hear. I second that. Jerry Buxton says south flow means south wind and weather warm up again. I sure enjoyed a day of winterish weather and hope it wasn't the last gasp. Okay. Is in focus? Looks a little out of focus, but Luke, the random spotter, says it's 10 o'clock Central Time. Do you know where your kids are? Hopefully, they're either in bed or enjoying some Runway DFW After Dark. Hit that like button, y'all. Got an MD on the move. Did we do the date for this one? I don't think we did. I'll fix that in a second here. As soon as we see it again. Sarge says, hey, wait a minute, I was going to nominate James Webb for president. Well, that's... yeah. Maybe Skittles could be Secretary of Aviation.
American 1458, line of the way, 18 left. Highway 18 left, American 1458.
This aircraft going to Chicago Rockford International Airport in Illinois. Scheduled to take off at 10:10 p.m., so it's right on time.
Now we need just 1 minute to reach the SM to get ready. Full truck 1 exact, the SM 53 at 4. Sorry, the SM-53 Heavy, ready for departure. On FC Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, the SM-53 Heavy.
Clearance for takeoff. Off it goes to Chicagoland or thereabouts. Here comes an American Airlines Airbus A321 arriving from Los Angeles. And the winds have definitely shifted around a bit, now coming from the east-southeast at 11 miles an hour, says the airport. Skittles says, I have to drive home, but I've got my cousin's cat sleeping on my foot. That is a great excuse not to move. Treeman 1234 says UPS expects to retire 9 more MD-11 freighters this year as it continues to overhaul its fleet with younger aircraft while removing excess capacity. So, yes, we salute this old aircraft here. That's the only one we've got left in the stable. And I don't think that's going anywhere tonight. Thanks for that information, Treeman. Hey, here's Wellington Flights Live. He's here. Hello, Kevin. Hi, all you wonderful plane spotters. Good to see you. Hi, Walt. Runway DFW. Great to see you, and love the leap year edition. Yes, it's already too late for you, isn't it? Because it's already March where you are. I hear another plane revving up. What do you think it is? Can you tell from the sound? It is a 767. (767-300 ER) off to Louisville.
1997.
20th century plane, 26 years old. Mike Pilot Low. Hi to all the spotters out there. Hello to you, Mike. Colin Bergman says, I'm training to be a pilot. It's the best decision I've ever made. Sounds like a lucrative decision based upon the need for pilots. Anthony Guinan with a shout out to our friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live. Looking forward to your next broadcast. Saturday U.S. time, so be on the lookout for that. Wellington Flights Live. Kevin, I was telling our audience earlier before you popped in that we had been communicating by email earlier this week. Always a delight to chat with you from far away, and thank you so much for your information and suggestions. All right, time to turn your headlights on and blind us. There you go. This bird is going to the UPS Worldport in Louisville at Muhammad Ali International Airport. Noticing a little bit of everything tonight. Some 747s, a couple of MDs taken off, reverse operations, Flight 1974 coming in from Los Angeles, no, from Las Vegas, sorry. Skills wants to know, Walt, will you be broadcasting for another 45 to 60 minutes? Now that I've got Rodney the cat off my foot, I can head home, haha, and then watch the rest of your broadcast from my car. Well, not while you're driving, I hope. I probably will only be on for another, well, let's put it this way. We're probably only going to have action for about another 40 minutes or so. And then after that will be the packing up portion of the broadcast. It's become so popular. But, so that'll be another 30 minutes on. So we may be on the air for another hour or so. Somebody was asking about Spirit earlier. There's a Spirit aircraft coming in from Los Angeles, an Airbus A320. So go back to the 757. a plane which we see in cargo configuration. We don't get to see any scheduled passenger 757s here. Get the occasional sports charter. Did I say 757? I meant 767. Sorry. Well, we don't see any 757 passenger flights here either. Now it's quiet. We look at the radar here. Towards the top of your screen, no planes are lining up to take off. We've got got an E-jet coming in from Little Rock, Arkansas, American Eagle Flight 3475. See just appearing at the top of your screen there. So we'll take a gander at that. HZ73 says, Runway DFW, hi, seems like you have quite a crowd there. We got lots of nice folks hanging out with us here on this Thursday night. Tree Man 1234 with a very nice shout out to Kevin at Wellington Flights Live. Of course, from the name of his channel, Kevin is usually broadcasting from Wellington, New Zealand, but he does venture from that location, and most recently he was in Auckland for a couple days. So there's the fight from Little Rock. We had another, let's see what we got here. A little cargo plane. This is the maybe the same swear engine Metroliner we saw landing or saw coming in earlier. Quick turnaround. Don't have a destination for this. Don't have an age of the plane. Don't have much information at all on this one. Incoming from San Diego is American Flight 2361. My mouth is starting to not work in the in this chilly weather. Hey, what do you say? We've got a 777 coming in. This will be Eva Air Cargo arriving from Anchorage. It's been flying up there for 5 hours and 43 minutes. It's a 5-year-old triple. And we're going to bring that arrival to you momentarily here on the channel. There you can see it coming in from the north there. Over here on the west side of the airport. in our sights. Hiding behind the shrubbery. Triple seven's a big plane. It's this lens that we're using at night only goes to 200 millimeters wide, and it's not wide enough to take in the whole plane as it goes in front of us.
RNAV B Park, clear for takeoff. 18 left, frontier flight 3769.
So this plane will be going into one of the west side cargo facilities. Not the UPS one, but another one which is to the south of the American hangars. Frontier Flight 3769, an Airbus A320neo, is about to take off to Las Vegas with Chew the Pika on the tail. I don't know what a Pika is. So I cannot enlighten you as to the nature of the Pika. You might have seen in that shot the tail of a Qatar A350-1000 that should be going out about a half hour from now. I'll have to check on the status of that. That goes out about the same time as the American flight to Auckland, New Zealand.
Go to departure now, frontier flight 3769, good night.
American Airlines flight 1332, is that right? It's coming in from Denver. It's an Airbus A321. 1322 is the flight number. Dave C., thank you. He says, a great channel. Hello from Tucson. Hey there, Dave. Ross Gin, channel member, says, so cool to see the exhaust waves in the lights. That is a neat thing to see. Not something you see too much in the daytime. Our next arrival, American Eagle 3733 from Wichita, Kansas, and Embraer 175. And I've explained before, we could get we could position ourselves a little better to see these incoming flights. But then we would be at a disadvantage when it comes to showing you the activities at the UPS facility. So since there's usually a lot going on at UPS, we position ourselves here on the south side of the horseshoe at the Founders Plaza. Got a Delta Airbus A320 next on the docket. It's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Kevin says that Swearingen Fairchild Metroliner was produced between 1968 and 2001 by a plant in San Antonio, Texas. So it should qualify for the Jingle Singers if we knew its age. Yeah, I can't speculate. I have to know for sure.
Clear to land, 18 right, American 2427.
So here comes the Delta flight from the Twin Cities on Runway DFW. That shot kind of matched our poster for the night.
On that B park, clear for takeoff, runway way left, American 239.
Yes, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Of course you are. Here on YouTube. Gold membership says nighttime is cool. Leslie MacArthur did something cool by subscribing to Runway DFW. Thank you, Leslie. Well, look at that. Kevin of Wellington Flights Live is celebrating 9 months of membership. Love having Runway DFW as a great friend of WFL, and it's my pleasure to be a friend of yours, Kevin. We'll meet someday. I don't know how, but we'll meet someday in person. American Flight 2390 is jetting its way to Las Vegas, an Airbus A321. We've got American Flight 2427 arriving from San Francisco, a 737-800. So as this one just gets off the ground, we'll slip over here, and well, I think it managed to land before we could get our lens over there. Let me see if I can get a beat on what we can expect here in the next few minutes. American Airlines Flight 35 to Auckland, New Zealand, is scheduled for 10:50. So a little more than 10 minutes from now, we'll see that go out if all is on schedule. And the Qatar, well, this will be a 777 to Doha. I think I gave you bad information earlier. 777 to Doha, Flight 732, goes out just before the top of the hour. So that probably will be, well, wait a minute. Let's see here. I see a Cargo Lux with an estimated arrival time of 10:40 p.m. Cargo Lux 747 cargo. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you that. I'm looking for it on the radar here. Not seeing it. Let me double check here. Please stand by. Well, no, I'm not seeing it anymore. Well, I guess we'll just be surprised. I do see a DHL operated by ABX Air in the ketchup and mustard livery. Be a 767-300 going out to Cincinnati. It appears to be on the move, and that's one of my favorite liveries, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Here goes American Flight 509. It's going to Sacramento, California. It's an Airbus A321 right here on Runway DFW. You may have seen the word on the street is that American Airlines is getting ready to announce a big aircraft purchase. The word is, or the speculation is, that it'll be narrow-body planes split between Boeing and Airbus, but with Airbus getting more of the order than Boeing. So we'll see what happens with that. I think we just saw the did we see it? I thought I saw the Qatar plane on the move, but I guess I just saw its tail. You can see it there on the right side of the picture, the tallest tail there. I also see Iberia flight 6148, an Airbus A330-300 headed back to Madrid, now on the move. Should be down there somewhere. So let's see, do I see the Auckland flight on the, no.
Depart, Mark 4, pitch back, good night. 20 left, line up and lane, envoy 3880.
Beth F. I love plane spotting, says she. And Ross says that 767 DHL is lit up. And I don't know if we can see it yet. Oh, I think we can. So if the picture on Flight Radar 24 is to be believed, we'll be getting the ketchup and mustard livery of this ABX Air 767, 13-year-old plane. Once again on its way to Cincinnati. It often will, I don't know, in recent times I've been seeing this plane. It's been taking off from here on the west side. Although I have for sure seen it go over to the east side any number of times.
RNAV to Laramie, clear to take off, American 1679. Departure envoy 3880.
Channel member Mr. Fish 1991 says good evening everyone. Hello to you. And Chad Hart says, damn, now I'm hungry for some hot dogs. Speaking of hot dogs, if you're from the Chicago area, or I guess it's become kind of widespread now, there's a place called Portillo's Hot Dogs. Originated in Chicago, and they've got, I think, 2 or 3 locations open in North Texas currently. And they're opening one in Denton, Texas, which is closest to me. And in fact, I had registered my interest in it, and they sent me an invitation for a free lunch next Monday. So I'll let you know how it goes. Look at that livery. I love that.
RNAV Laren, 1A left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3412. 1A left, last way, versus 1252. Departure range 1679, follow.
I have seen this particular flight belly up to the short T here on 18 left. Just kind of go straight across and then make a right turn and go up into the sky. It's probably going to have to wait here for at 18 left. There's a lot of planes taking off. No, it appears to have gotten clearance to go over.
Departure, good night, envoy 3412.
Well, this does appear to be on a trajectory for the east side. Let's see what happens. There's that Iberia flight we talked about. Headed back to Madrid.
RNAV B Park, runway 18 left, clear to take off, American 2351.
So yeah, DHL going over the bridge. As American Flight 1273 revs up for its flight to Reno, Nevada with the One World livery. To 737-800. I think I see the Auckland-bound American Dreamliner backing out there.
Time's away, 18 left, American 75.
Well, regrettably, the Iberia flight to Madrid is also headed over the bridge. There goes the DHL. And right behind it, I think, will be the Iberia flight to España. There it is. That again is an A330-300. We don't see too many of those hanging around here. So yes, American Flight 35 to Auckland, we do see that now on the radar. It has backed away from Terminal D. And you are seeing there American Flight 711. It's off to Ontario, California. So again, our plan is to watch the Auckland flight take off, watch the flight to Doha take off, hopefully from this side of the airport. And then we'll we'll say our goodbyes and we'll pack up, but we'll leave the camera on so you can hang out and have some fun at my expense while I'm packing up. Let's see here. We got an Airbus A319 going to Lubbock, Texas, flight 357.
On V bar runway 18 left, clear takeoff, American 2863. 137.99 DFW Airport, 18 left on its way. 18 left on its way.
There goes American Flight 2863. This one destined for Wichita, Kansas, I believe. Gets a little busy around this time of night, doesn't it? Look, the random spotter says Portillo's is awesome. Drew1234 says, how sad is the pilot when they find out they're going to Lubbock? Really? Now, we might have some friends in Lubbock. Channel member Veronica Peters says, hello, Walt and everyone. Hello to you, Veronica. Joshua Rodriguez with a good evening to everyone. Anthony Guinan says, Walt, you need some roadies. Well, you know, I don't, I like packing things up myself, only because I know where everything is. So, yeah, it's fine. Our friend Farida Bed says, nice to see DFW busy. Indeed it is. There's an E-Jet off to Laredo, Texas. The Auckland flight is now making its way in our direction. I think this is it here. Channel member Chad Hart says, I never realized that DFW was so busy. We've got pretty good number of flights milling about. On the left side is where we are, on the west side of the airport. But you can see it's pretty busy over there on the east side as well. In fact, that ABX Air is getting ready to take off over on the east side. Let's see if we can find it as it rises into the sky. Kevin 777, channel member, says, thanks for the night of plane spotting. Very relaxing and stress reducing. You know, a lot of people say that. Some people say it even puts them to sleep. In fact, I think it was Kevin of Wellington Flights Live who said that he was having some trouble sleeping, and yes, my dulcet tones apparently lulled him to sleep. That's Flight 1205. It's off to Austin, Texas. A mighty 737-800. The most commonly seen plane in the American Airlines fleet. Just got a glimpse of the Auckland-bound flight there as we were panning across. The Qatar flight is still not backed out. Look at all them there planes. Marco Hinton, channel member, says, I'm always happy to see the quad-engine jets, especially the A340s. Yeah, I don't get to see that at night here. Lufthansa flies that plane here from Frankfurt about 4 times a week, I think. Luke, the random spotter, says, oh, on business trips, I turn on Runway DFW After Dark replays and all the Christmas gift planes only. Oh, the Christmas gift planes only video from Runway DFW to help me sleep when on the road. So relaxing. Yes, it's a perk of being a member here at Runway DFW. If you are a member, you get to see our what do we call it? It's kind of like a kind of like, you know, those fireplace videos that you see online at Christmas. That's just, you know, hours of a burning fireplace with either no music or with some Christmas music associated with it that you can put on your TV if you don't have a real fireplace. Well, I made something like that except with airplanes. So I just essentially put in a shot like this, although it was a little crisper than that one, at night, and just let it go for, I think, about 90 minutes. Or was it 2 hours? I can't remember. Drew1234 says, are there any MD-88s still in service with American? And the answer is no, those have been gone for a number of years. I don't even know if anybody flies those anymore. Ross says, I miss seeing the Lufthansa A340 here at LAX. Airman 24 says, Qatar Airways pushing off the gate, so that will likely be our last flight of the night. Hopefully they'll assign it to us over here on the west side. Starting to get a bit of a chill here. It's been the temperature's been holding pretty steady here. There's 4 of the planes that are lit up. The one on the far left, I believe, is the flight to Auckland. Marco says, I miss the Qantas Big Reds, the A380s. I hope someday soon they'll return to DFW. Well, there was some speculation here in the chat room that Qantas may resume its A380 service to DFW once they get all of their planes that have been mothballed back in service. Cargo Lux 747 Fan Dallas, Australia says tomorrow night Turkish Airlines coming to Melbourne Airport. Tomorrow night, I'm happy. Kevin Pham says, I didn't know that the airport would be this busy late at night. I thought it would be calm with less activity. Well, you know, right after this rush, this kind of 10 o'clock rush, it's going to quiet down through most of the night. There'll be a few cargo planes coming and going and some red eyes, but It'll quiet down. Dhruv Chopra, channel member, says hello all, and hello to you. Johnny Dodge, channel member, says, are we still up for Whataburger for Walt? I think, I don't have much of an appetite. But sometimes I do this late at night. Tonight, I think I'm just going to go right home. There is a Whataburger right on, well, there's more than one Whataburgers right on the way home. But sometimes I'll stop in because you can have your choice, since it's after 11 o'clock, of breakfast or burgers at Whataburger. Beth F. says, aren't all planes technically Airbuses? Well, should one more time here give us a little station ID. Oh. You're watching Runway DFW After Dark, the Leap Year Edition. Thursday, February 29th, 2024. Only less than an hour left to go on this oddball date. We're glad you could spend part of that day with us. Chad says, Walt, in 2 months, Air France will have nonstop flights from Paris to Phoenix. That's pretty exciting. O'Malley answering a question earlier. American retired about 380 DC-9 variants in 2019. So I guess it hasn't been that long. Let's see, American Flight 2568 to San Diego is rolling now. It's an Airbus A321. There's the 777 going to Doha. You may hear it in the background. We've got Frontier Flight 1770 coming in from San Diego. It's an Airbus A321. There it is. So the tail end of Flight 2734 to Oklahoma City. Is that a special livery? Is that the TWA livery there? Rolling over the bridge. It is indeed. That's the American Airlines TWA Heritage livery. It's on its way to Windsor Locks, Connecticut, in the vicinity of the New York area. It looks as though American Flight 35 to Auckland is now lining up to take off. So safe travels to you, American Flight 35, on this long distance flight. I think Kevin of Airline Videos of Wellington Flights Live got to see this flight once or twice during his sojourn to Auckland. Regrettably for us, it looks like the 777 to Doha is going over the bridge. To the east side for takeoff. So I think what we'll do here is we'll start to say goodnight. Maybe if that plane is still getting ready to take off when we get ready to turn on our packing up camera, we will go back to it and see it taking off. There it goes over to the east side. And Kevin says, yes, I saw American Flight 35 land in my last Auckland stream. So cool. Then American 34 on the way back. And O'Malley with a salute to Kevin. Great days at Auckland. Wellington Flights Live. Okay, so now we're going to play this. We are going to say goodnight to all of you all now. We've had it pretty good. I had low expectations for this broadcast because of the north flow when we got here, but things switched around and turned out pretty good. I'd like to thank some folks. James Webb, who is the sponsor of this channel. Thank you so much, James, for everything you do for us. Hope to see you soon. Kevin at Airline Videos Live, who supplies us with battery power. Kevin, those Jackeries will be all charged up for your next visit here to DFW. Thank you for that again. And couldn't do it without the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. They were here with us all through the evening to help us make sure that it was a nice, pleasant experience for all of our viewers around the world. Thanks so much to the Mod Fed. And with that, I think that's about it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for your kind comments along the way. We'll see you soon on the next edition of Runway DFW, whenever that may be, sometime this week, I suspicion. And until then, happy contrails to you until we meet again. Now, just a minute, we'll turn on our backstage camera and you can watch me pack up. Won't that be cool? See you soon, everybody.
Overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
Should be good to go on board 3569.
Should I wait or that me yet?
We're ready to go on board 3569. Arnett Lauren, runway 18 left, tube takeoff on board 3569.
Sector 290, switching 290.
Departure on board 3569, good night.
your favorite hits.
Section 33, no problem there, no mind.
We're the home of easy ride. It's the brightest blend.
American 785, contact departure, big today.
Solid gold.
Warning left and 65 on the bridge, American.
You hear nothing but the best. Solid Gold Radio.
The hits just keep coming.
Well, thank you for watching, everyone. That's it for this broadcast. I got to cut you off while I pack the rest of this stuff up in the car. Thanks for hanging out and watching tonight, and we'll see you next time on Runway DFW. Thank you again, and good night.